So that takes us to the last point, that these muftis are going to differ from Saudi Arabia to America to Malaysia to Egypt. They might have different opinions about things based on nusus. And a Shafi said that that is something commendable and something that we should have great respect for and adab with. So when the people went to Imam Ahmad and said, would you pray behind an imam who ate camel's meat, trying to make trouble? Imam Ahmad said, Subhanallah, would I not pray behind Malik? And he said it in a rhetorical way, means like, if Malik was in front of me, I'm going to pray behind him. He could have a camel burger, man. I'm a rocket behind, because that is a man I respect. When Shafi'i went to Iraq, he prays qunut. It's highly recommended in the Shafi'i madhab to pray qunut after Fajr. And the students of Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam al-A'zam, they wanted to see, is he going to pray a qunut? And he didn't. And they asked him why. He said, احتراما لصاحب هذا القبر, out of respect for the person buried in that grave. And he pointed to the grave of Abu Hanifa. Look at the adab that they had before. So when we talk about sirat mustaqim, let's visualize a number of things. Number one is fiqh. Number two is tasawwuf, tazkiyat al-nafs. Number three is aqeedah al-sahiha. All of that is under sirat mustaqim. And in articulating that, we have texts that are fixed, texts that are open for interpretation, and Sheikh bin Bayy told us the majority are that way. And then finally, the efforts of religious scholars to allow people to continue to tie, as we say, rabt as-sama' bil-ard, to tie the heavens into the earth with their fatwa. And in those issues, none of those are absolutely fixed on anyone, but there's an absolute sense of respect. And that's why Al-Qarafi said, غَيْرُ يُلْزَمْ. He said about the fatwa, it's not binding on anyone. That just because your sheikh said this and my sheikh said that, doesn't mean I have to follow you and you have to follow me. But what they did say is it's not allowed to fight about it. And I'll give you a beautiful example. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, I believe, is the most misunderstood scholar. Him and Imam al-Ghazali are two of the most misunderstood scholars in history, and utilized by people in the wrong way to create divisions in the ummah. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah was once sent a question by people who were arguing about, did the Prophet see Allah? On the night of Isra wal Mi'raj, رَأَى نَبِيُّنَا صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ رَبَّهُ. And in the question they said, actually the question was about the meaning of istiwa, which I find very interesting. The meaning of God rose on God, the meaning of God rose on the throne. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, when he read the question, they said, oh, and by the way, we actually physically fought in the masjid about this issue. We went like blows for blows, because it was about the minhaj. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, his answer, we hope to translate it soon. He said, I refuse to answer your question about the meaning of istiwa. But I want to address one issue. Why are you fighting? His answer, Ya Maulana, is about why are you actually hitting each other? You're Muslimin. Why are you physically going at it over this issue? You're not even ready for that. You guys are like romper room, man. And that shows you the fiqh of that imam and his understanding and how he has been misappropriated by many in the name of certain articulations. So when we talk about Siratul Mustaqim, what does that mean? Loyalty to wahi and respect for the opinions of the scholars. And if we're able to garner that as a practice, wallahi, we'll be able to move beyond a lot of these things that are stopping us from bringing good to the people. Because we are the ummah which is bringing goodness. We are khayru ummah ukhrijat linas. And our Prophet is Sayyid al-awwaleen wal-akhirin. Alayhi afdal salati was-salam wa taslim. But I believe that, as Sheikh Mustafa Zarqa said, from the tricks of shaitan is to get us caught up in these little issues so that we're not able to address the major issues.